this is what I've heard, is that that's kind of the JV squad to Slipknot. So you'll eventually
Sure.
see Griff in Slipknot.
I saw this conversation going on about Vended. And for people who don't know who
Mm,
Vended is, that's, Corey Taylor and Sean Cran's
it's
sons.
Griffin and
Yep.
what's the Cran kid's name?
I can't remember.
The Cran kid.
I what they
I forget what his first name is,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
feel bad. I'm sure
that's
most
Griff
people just know them
Taylor.
as Corey and Sean's boys.
Yeah,
It's
well,
gonna be
I
a
mean,
long while until they're not recognized as that,
that's
unfortunately.
that's a tough shadow to get out from underneath.
Yep.
So
Well, and that's
best
the
of luck
thing.
to them.
Right. And that
And I
was
know
what
they're
the
trying, but
yes, exactly. And that was the conversation that was going on that I thought was very interesting was I was listening to the song. It was on Facebook. Vended officials, site put it out there. Blah blah blah. It was a live performance and stuff. And
Mhm.
Griffin, everybody was giving him crap about like, oh man, trying to be your dad much. And it's like, okay, here's the thing. He probably can't help it, And
He comes by it honestly.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's like I have two, I have eight sons, but two of them right now sound almost identical to me. And
Mm.
they can't help it. It's just the voice. It's just called hereditary. It's just
Genetics. Yep.
DNA, it's like what
Mhm.
happens. And so it's like Griffin sounds he's got a little bit less of a rasp than what Corey does
Mhm.
and did even because I was like seeing people like, well, he's freaking 30 years younger and stuff. And it's like, well, yeah, but he listened to 1999 Slipknot and compared to Griffin and stuff, and Corey still had that rasp, but either
Yeah.
here or there, it doesn't matter. However, but what I thought was cool and like what I tried to point out in that conversation was when have you ever heard anybody essentially cloned? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of cool to think that it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we've known Slipknot for all these years, and Corey had such a distinctive, scream and everything, and then all of a sudden it's like you're hearing it again in a different band with somebody else, but it's his
Mhm.
son, and it's like, dude, that's kind of cool. I can't think of anybody else. Like imagine like Phil Collins having a son that comes out with a band that sounds just like Phil Collins. It's like
Mhm.
that would be a trip, somebody with that recognizable of a voice and then it's their own kid. I mean, you see stuff like Freddie Mercury, there's a couple of guys out there who can mimic his voice perfectly and that's super cool to see that kind of thing. But to have their own child out there doing it and,
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know, I think it's kind of cool, just
Yeah.
me.
It's
But
and I've had this weird theory for a while because I've seen it kind of done before at a much lower level. I still kind of maintain, and I don't know if it's vended or vended. I've heard it pronounced both ways, but I'm kind of this is what I've heard is that that's kind of the JV squad to Slipknot. So you'll eventually
sure.
see Griff in Slipknot.
Yeah, I can
Like
see
he will
that.
replace his dad when
Keeping
his
it
dad
on. Yep.
retires, and same
Yep.
thing with Cran.
Yeah.
Whether
He
he comes in to actually play drums or
right.
what is he actually becomes clown or I don't know. Because I mean, Sean is he's got to be close to 60.
Yeah.
You know what I
Gotta
mean?
be.
So,
Yep.
I mean, how much more gas does he got left in
Yep.
terms of touring and all that stuff? Because, it's if they're thought of as characters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like, okay, it makes sense. You throw
Yep.
Griffin in his dad's mask and
Yep.
boom,
Yeah. I mean, Static X,
case in point.
case in point.
I mean, that, yeah, a little bit different of a scenario, but yeah, same
Right.
kind of
But
thing.
still, the
Like, you don't know
character
that's
is
Edsel
still
Dope,
moving
you
forward.
know?
Yep. Yep.
It's like you're not supposed to, like, yeah, it's Edsel Dope, but, you know, you're looking at the character that
Hmm.
they created for Wayne and all that. Yeah,
Right.
so, but yeah, you're right. I mean, he's definitely going to be the closest we would ever get
Right.
to a replacement for Corey.
Yeah. And that's cool though. I mean, I don't know. It's just me.
It's
It's my
wild to think
opinion.
about.
It is wild because again, you look at like bands like Journey, for example, and I know way different side of the spectrum here, but like I can't remember the name of that. There was like an Asian guy or whatever that like came
Hmm.
on and
Yeah.
took over and stuff, and he was crushing it. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
So,
It was
but
great.
right, he's very, very good. And unfortunately, a lot of bands, when they would carry on like that, they wouldn't try to find somebody that could nail it. We talked about that with Snot, like
Mhm.
their new singer, he's doing Lynn like
Oh yeah.
almost to the T, and he's got the same energy and everything. And it's like, it's
Hmm.
personified. It's like, how
Yeah.
cool is that, And
Hmm.
because you don't get
Made it
that,
happen.
And it's like Nirvana did like a reunion. They've done a bunch of reunion shows, and like, teach their own. I'm not a big fan of like, okay, we're just going to show that we can pull any name that we want and have them come up here and play like Joan Jett and all this other stuff. And it's like, I think that you're doing a disservice to the fans by just saying, no, I just want anybody, like I want Paul McCartney come up here and sing this song. It's
Right.
like, I respect him and what he's done in the music industry, but that was not a good choice. It sounded like crap, you
Right.
know.
He was not a
People,
punk rock guy.
right? It's like people want to hear what they heard, and
Yeah.
it's tough. So I think it is kind of cool, Just I'll probably get eaten up for this or whatever, but like if they were to do that with Slipknot, if this is JV, that's kind of cool. I mean, just to each their
It
own. I
makes the
think
most sense.
it does make the most sense. And then Slipknot kind of carries on, and
Because I mean, I think that that's everybody wants their legacy to continue. And,
right.
Slipknot has been a little bit, they've been trying to turn that into a brand. I mean, it
Oh
is a
yeah.
brand, but like,
Yeah.
you've got Knotfest, the
Not fest.
brand,
Yep.
and all of that. And they're trying to make it a bigger
Yeah.
thing. So, I mean, it makes sense, that they would try and do that. It's like, okay, get him. Oh, get him in a band, get him out on the road, get him used to this whole thing, and then when it's
Right.
time, it's time. Um, Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think I think I speak for most when we say we want Slipknot to keep going, So if Corey
True.
says I can't do this anymore, yeah, throw Griff up there.
Yep. It's worth a
He'll do
shot.
fine. He'll do fine.
Yep. I think he'll do fine. He's definitely is his father's son.
Yes,
And then
very much so.
Sean's son by his name, by the way, his son's name is Simon.
That's it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
giving him kudos. And he's, no offense to Sean, Simon is a freaking wicked drummer. And
Yeah.
from what I've seen of Sean's talented and stuff. And didn't he play for like was it the Pretty Reckless or something like that? Didn't it, Sean?
Sean
Didn't
Crahan.
Yeah.
He did a kind of a side deal called is it something Little Rabbits?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Something like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forget what that, but he did that with Stella from Sister Soleil.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Hmm.
Yep. Yep. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
it was interesting.
Yeah, it
I
was
saw it.
interesting.
I went and
I was
saw
not
him.
expecting him to be the drummer that he
Mhm.
was for that band, but it worked
Yeah,
out good. He's a good drummer. I'm not
yeah,
shitting on him at all. I
yeah,
promise you. But his son Simon freaking kills
yeah,
it. That kid,
yeah. He's
whoo,
good.
he's smoking good, man.
Yeah, yeah. So it'll
Um,
be interesting to see what they do
yeah,
for sure.
I don't know. It's kind of fun. Those
Because Corey's,
conspiracies are
yeah,
fun.
Corey's been talking
He's been talking
about
retirement.
retirement for a
Yep.
couple years now. So I mean,
Yep.
and Stone Sour is shut down. His
Yep.
solo stuff is shut down. Like
Yep.
at least last time I looked, I know Stone Sour
Yeah.
is, but I don't know about his solo stuff. But
It makes sense what he's been doing. I mean, he was doing the solo stuff. He's doing the Corey
he was pushing it hard.
MF
He had to
for,
cancel. He had
yeah,
to like
he had to
cancel that
cancel because
last
he was
solo
just doing
tour.
too much. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So he's doing
Me
the
too.
Corey stuff. He's doing Stone Sour. He's doing Slipknot, and he's just pushing, tour, record,
Hmm.
record. And then I think that again, he's probably getting kind of smart with it where, and I think he even on the Steve-O podcast, he was kind of talking about this a little bit, where he's just always just lived his life of basically he's like kind of running away from his demons in a way, where that's why he
Yeah.
keeps himself so busy.
Sure.
And which is fine and understandable. But then it was like he like kind of backed away, and that's why he took time off and stuff, was to kind of face everything and recollect himself, and then
Hmm.
have a different focus, which is good. And he talks about his mental health being so much more better now, which is good. But I also think that there's just a financial aspect to this too, that he was probably just trying to crank it out, because he has been one to say too that they kind of screwed themselves with the record deal that they got back in the day. Slipknot just really, they're multi-platinum and just didn't have the money, and which
Oh
is
yeah,
too
it's
bad.
the copy paste story.
Yep, exactly. And so they got to keep pushing it, to kind of
Mhm.
have that kind of freaking income and stuff, and that I feel they deserve, and they probably feel they deserve, obviously too. But
Mhm. I'm sure they've renegotiated by now,
Yeah,
but
and I think, but that's why they sold their
those early
catalog
albums.
too. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, now they're
Well,
swimming in the money.
they sold a bunch of it to private equity, so I mean
Yeah, so now
they're
they're
good.
swimming.
They're
Yeah,
good now.
that's what I'm saying. But
And
he's taking
that's
the steps to
yeah.
retire, is what it
And
looks like.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, now that, we brought the private equity thing up, yeah, like that's step one of getting out
Yeah,
of the music business,
correct.
or the performing part of the music business,
Right.
So I mean, yeah, signs are kind of pointing
Yep.
to Slipknot,
Exactly.
retiring in
Or
some respects,
version 2.
or 2.0,
Yep. Which could be cool. So
I wonder what, I mean, Jim and Mick are independent contractors, I believe, so
yeah.
they may not have a say so,
Yep.
or they don't have a say so, but I wonder
Yep.
kind of what the thought process, or maybe they
Yeah.
continue with it. I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
Mick's healthy,
Yep.
Jim seems healthy, so
Yep, he's healthy.
and what I mean by that is he's lost a lot of weight. He's gotten
Sure.
dropped
Yeah.
some bad habits.
Sid looks real
that
good.
kind of thing.
Yep.
Sid's looking good.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so
We'll see, man.
Eloy
They
around.
clearly make, decisions that spin people's heads around sometimes, when it comes to members and everything. So I want to doubt it,
So how easy would it be to just like pop Griffin for a show and see if anybody notices?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's so similar to it. His
Yeah.
voice sounds the same. He's got a lot of the same mannerisms and stuff.
Who's to say they haven't done it yet?
I know. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
it's like, maybe they've already done it and nobody ever knew.
Nobody knew.
Nobody was the wiser.
Gosh, that's crazy.
It's like that whole stuff. It's like that whole Jim Carey conspiracy theory.
Oh,
Have you
yeah,
seen
that's
that
like
one?
blowing up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw this or whatever, but I saw a post this morning. I don't know if it's real or not because I haven't looked at it. It's been 10 hours since I saw it or whatever, but they're saying confirmed that it was not Jim Carey and it's some artist or something like that that has done this before. And they showed this guy like he's dressed up as Cruella DeVille and all this other stuff, and it looks just like so like he's like a master what do you call it, like those shows where they do like the makeup and everything, and so he's like one of those people where he does like movie art or movie masks.
Oh, like special effects.
Special effects. Good
prosthetics.
God.
And
that's what I was trying to get at. Thank you. Jeez, man. The thing with the face and the stuff, Yes, moron.
With the face and the stuff.
Yeah, but
it's kind
I don't
of
know if that's real or not, but
I don't know.
But he did look weird. If that's actually Jim Carrey, yikes! I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but that kind of thing could. I mean, they're in masks. Like you won't know by looking at him. Yeah. If he keeps his sleeves down and practices the mannerisms.
Yeah, it comes out in a jumpsuit and
because
he
they're
sounds so much like
actually,
him. And again, his mannerisms are so close.
I think Griff might be taller.
Yeah, that's a good question.
But I feel like the internet would have been all over this already.
Yeah.
If that had happened. But I mean, on like a smaller show overseas.
Yeah.
No
way.
I bet they've done it. I bet they've tried it.
Right. But I don't know. Maybe.
And like I could see, well, I think Simon and Sean have very different body types, so I don't know if that would be as easy to pull off as Corey and Griffin. But
yeah.
How did we get here? How did we get down this rabbit hole?
Man. Yeah, it's not saying how tall he is. It's kind of weird. We'll just reach out to him, see if we'll get him on the show. Griffin, how tall are you? And
how tall are you, bud? You ever put your dad's mask on stage?
That's so funny. Anyways, yeah, weird conspiracies. Here we go. So, yeah, listeners, let us know what you think. Is that something that you'd be interested in, or do you like getting on the conspiracy trains as well, or is it stupid? I don't know. You tell us. But
it's the internet, man. This is where conspiracy theories go to die.
That's right. Or throwing gas on a fire.
Or you
never know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we'll see.
Okay, cool. Thanks, everybody. Till next time.
We'll see you.